What's going on, everybody? It's Bucos Locker coming to you again with another edition of Locker Room Talk on Friday. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. Shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Keep supporting the channel as we move forward. Getting close to 4,000 subs. That's pretty cool, right? That's a goal to reach, right? For those of you that's getting off work, come on in. Starting a little early because I got some things to do later on, so I started early. So we're gonna talk about the Bucks, of course, obviously, and what's going on with the Bucks. The draft is next week. Less than a week away. The draft is less than a week away. I know everybody kind of waiting on that. I can't wait. It's taking too long though, right? Don't you think the draft is like they taking too long? It's like I don't know. Maybe they need to move it up a week because after the Super Bowl and then got free agency, then there's a dead spot between that second week of free agency and draft. It's painful. Next Thursday, don't forget to attend Bucos Locker Draft Day Party, April 28th. We're going to start probably 30 minutes prior to the draft, 15 to 30 minutes prior. The draft starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which would be 7 p.m. my time. So I'll probably start like at 6:30, 6:45-ish. Don't miss that. That's going to be a nice little party. We're going to have a lot of fun. Right now, the max is 10 people. I'm looking to get 20 up in there. Looking for some moderators. So let's get it. So let's talk about the Bucks, right? We're going to talk about draft. We're going to talk about running backs. We're going to talk about the O-line. And we're going to talk about tight end. And also we can talk about other stuff too as well, but that will be kind of the main topic of conversation today. Other the Bucks can address in the second, third round specifically, and also the later rounds, but we're going to see. Let me give some shout outs real quick. Tony Lee, I just heard about that. Haitian Boy 407, UCLA Carter, Damian Street, what's good with you? Appreciate you coming in on a Friday. I know some of y'all still at work. Don't get in trouble. But so some updated news for the Bucks before we start talking about the guards, the running backs, and the tight ends, and just talk in general. Dietrich Sanat was picked up by the Bucks. That was a signing today for depth purposes. And for those of you that don't know who he is, he played at USF. I remember him. I live like 15 minutes from USF. Well, I was born in, I stayed in Temple Terrace. Born and raised Tampa General. And the house that we lived in was about 15 minutes from USF. So he did play for USF, solid piece. Because, as of right now, I think we already know what the Bucks going to do. But the Bucks got Golson, Nunez, Orochis, but no Adama Sue, no McLennan, and no JPP. So this is pretty cool to get this signing. 6'1", 305 pounds, a third round pick in 2008. So he's still young, mid 20s, 25, 26, 27 up in there. So he got some good years in front of him. And he brings juice. Dietrich Sanat, he brings juice. He's younger, fresher legs, and that's what the Bucks needed. This is a good signing. Sanat is a good signing. Solid depth piece, good rotation, young guy. But as y'all already know, that's what the Bucks are trying to do anyway. I still believe they're going to draft 2 defensive linemen. For some strange reason, I know they're going to get one in the first round, but I just got a strange feeling they're going to grab one in the later rounds. You know what I'm saying? I just believe they're going to do it. Whether it's second round, third round, or 7th round. I just got a feeling they're going to do it. Oh, I'm yawning already. But we're going to see what that's signing. And also, in other news, Tom Brady, the Bucks freed up $9 million. Tom Brady's contract. The details are not out yet, from what I'm looking at. So it was they created $9 million in cap space. Yes, which is good. I think that might be for Gronkowski or the rookies, but I think it's going to be for Gronkowski probably, and maybe Sue, because they can split that $9 million up. But Sue want to get paid. Sue wants about $8-9 million himself, because Calais Campbell got a nice little contract, so I think Sue gonna want that too. But that might be for Gronkowski though. But also that might be for the draft picks. $9 million. So they haven't came out in the details yet. As I'm looking at the news right now, I just got this pulled up. No details of the tweaks have been made, so we don't know how they structured the contract. Did they move money? Did they kick the can down the road? But this more than likely is to sign Gronkowski and the draft picks. They got to, because remember now the draft is less than a week away, so this money helps them sign draft picks. And once again, folks, when people restructure their contract, they don't take a pay cut. They still getting the money. All the Bucks doing, they're doing exactly what the Saints did. Kicking the can down the road. Restructures. Guarantee money. Moving the money from the roster bonus to somewhere else. Stuff like that. So do not get it confused. He's not taking the pay cut. The money just being shifted somewhere else. More than likely, it's been added to the void years. Kicking the can down the road. They probably broke that $9 million up into three voided years, or whatever voided years they have on his contract now. They probably added to that. What's up, Hank? Jamal, what's up? But let's get down to business, though. All right, let's get to talking. We're about to talk, right? We're gonna talk about something. We definitely want to discuss the Bucks draft picks. Guard. That has popped up a few times. People want the Bucks to draft a guard, cornerbacks, and stuff like that, but we're going to specifically talk about the guards. If there's a possibility in the first round the Bucks could draft a guard, it's still about the trenches. But we're gonna talk about it real quick. I want y'all thoughts on this. Now there is a scenario that a guard could pop up at 27, which I hope they don't do this, but let's talk about it real quick. I didn't watch no tape on the guards like that, just the main ones, but I'll go down to a couple of them, but I will check these guys out towards the end of the draft, third round maybe. There's a couple names that stand out that I've seen play. Kenyon Green, of course, Zion Johnson. I didn't get too much tape on him. I just saw him at the Senior Bowl. Marquise Hayes, Cole Strange, Andrew Stubert, who got tore up in the draft, and Justin Schaefer. Those are not bad players at all. Oh, Jameer Sayer too, from Georgia. He's pretty decent. So there's some decent guards in here that you can probably draft, or you can put them in there. I wouldn't say they starting guards, but probably like the top 3 or 4 guys are starting guards. They're plug and play guys. You know, guards you can throw in guards pretty quickly, and centers too. But if the possibility do present itself, if they was to draft a guard, Dylan Parham is pretty good too. They're not talking about that guy. His name hasn't came up yet. I haven't watched no tape on him. I'm looking up the guards right now. I don't even see him listed at all. They don't even have him in the top 40. Are you from Nevada? I'm gonna point out a couple of guys that I think are pretty dope. That can help the Bucks if they was to do this. Oh, they're not even talking about him. No, they're not talking about the guy from Nevada. That's sad. So let me talk about this. So let me go down the list. If there's a scenario that the Bucks pick a guard, I wouldn't be mad at Zion Johnson. I will do a mock draft next week too. I'll do a mock draft probably the day before the draft, or I might do it Monday, but I might do it Wednesday. The mock draft. Bucos Locker. Stay tuned for that too. Bucos Locker mock draft. But the guards are there, but I just think that I believe that's not the priority. You know, nothing wrong with drafting the guard because there's still the trenches, but I don't want the Bucks to do that in the first round. It's not my decision. It's just a fan in me. But what if Zion Johnson is there? What if, matter of fact, his scenario, what if everybody's gone? What if everybody the Bucks wanted to pick, all the D linemen, that first round talent D linemen, all gone by the time the Bucks pick 27, or all the top guys? Do the Bucks trade back? And we talked about these scenarios before. And these are, now this guard team right here, this is not top heavy, but there's some guards. There is some starters that's going to be drafted. As I look at this guard list, there is some starters. There's going to be a couple of guys that make the Pro Bowl, maybe 1 or 2 make All-Pro. But this draft, when it comes to guards, feels more like a round 3, 2 to 4 range. O-line and D-line is very important, and people don't understand that. I know everybody want to get the flashy toys with the receivers and the running backs, and these wide backs, wide receiver, running back type things, and they want to get these hybrid explosive players, but none of that stuff works when you don't have an O-line. None of it works. There are some decent quarterbacks, but there's some okay quarterbacks that just don't have an O-line. You got to pick and choose who you want to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always gonna say the trenches, always. So if they go get a guard in the first round, I'm not gonna be mad, like emotional mad, but I'm gonna be like, dang, that wasn't the priority. But I can't be too mad because I told y'all before the question marks are still at guard. It just switched to another side. The question marks was right guard. Now the question marks are left guard now. So we still got guard problems. Oh, Aaron Stinney, I get it. Undrafted free agent, so he got a low ceiling. You know what I'm saying? So any one of these guys, the Zion Johnson, the Kenyon Green, the Tyler Smith, the Dylan Parman, Jamar Sayer, Cole Strange, Marquise Hayes, they'll upgrade over Aaron Stinney based on tape. Based on tape, they'll upgrade automatically. And all these guys will probably get drafted. You know what I'm saying? Most of them, like the top 10 will get drafted for the 4th round. But I don't want to get too much into guards. I just want to kind of talk about it real quick. I spent a little bit too much time on it, but I wouldn't be mad, but I wouldn't be happy at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Running backs. That came up too. I'm going to touch on this real quick before I open the locker room up for this Friday because I want to get y'all in here. Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, James Cook, Dameon Pierce, Rachaad White getting some buzz too. Zamir White, Isaiah Spiller, Jerome Ford. Don't sleep on that guy. Brian Robinson, Kyrie Williams, Hassan Haskins. These are solid running backs. Not a really big class, not a really deep class. Keontae Ingram, Master Teague third. Not a deep class at running back. I don't see any. The only 2 guys, or actually, there's a couple guys at the top. This draft class right here for running backs is not really good, folks. But there are some solid pieces there that the Bucs can get. If the Bucs wanted to get Breece Hall, they can get Breece Hall if they wanted him. They can get Kenneth Walker if they wanted him. James Cook, Dameon Pierce, Zamir White, Isaiah Spiller are all targets in the 3rd round. Could they do it in the 2nd round? Sure. But I'm looking at James Cook and Dameon Pierce in the 3rd round. If they are available, I don't know, but you might have to go up and get those guys in the later rounds. That 3rd round is a sweet spot. The end of the 2nd, end of the 3rd, in between those spots, that's the Isaiah Spiller, Dameon Pierce, James Cook, Zamir White. That's where you want to grab those guys at. Those guys are going to be solid. Jerome Ford, Brian Robinson, I think he might be injury prone for me. Kyrie Williams, too slow. Hassan Haskins, not bad, kind of slow. But don't sleep on these running backs. They're not superstars. They're not going to be like beast mode guys. I don't see it. Keontae Ingram is a sleeper. There might be 1 or 2 guys that come out of here that's actually some, but the guy with the highest potential is Breece Hall. He has a Jonathan Taylor impact type style. Like, I wouldn't be surprised Breece Hall, whatever team would draft him, he comes in immediately and take off. So, and don't sleep on Dameon Pierce. Shouts out to the Gators. And don't sleep on James Cook and Zamir White. Don't sleep on those guys. I like them. They're solid. I'm not too – I say a Spiller, but I like Zamir White, Dameon Pierce, and James Cook better. Brian Robinson is not bad at all. It just – I didn't like his 40 time. I didn't like how he tested. He's a big back, though. He's a big back. But not a great running back class. Tight ends. I know we got questions at tight end with Kevin Gronkowski, question marks with him. We don't know what they're trying. We don't know what he's trying to do. He's not committed yet, so that's interesting. But the tight ends that's out there: Trey McBride, Isaiah Likely from Coastal Carolina. Don't sleep on that dude. That dude gonna be a flex tight end. I think he's gonna be nice. Greg Deluche, Jeremy Rucker, Charlie Collard from Iowa State. I think he's gonna be solid. Jake Ferguson, I think he's gonna be Jalen Watermeyer. I like him too. Cole Turner, solid. The tight end, I would say this though, the tight end class, not bad. I've seen a couple of these guys play. The tight end class not bad at all. I don't think it's bad. I would say the top, when I'm looking at the top 10, all these guys will get drafted. The top 10 will get drafted. No doubt. I believe there's going to be a couple tight ends going in the 2nd round and 3rd round. And the Bucs do have a need there. Even with Gronkowski coming back, if he comes back. there is a need at tight end. Cameron Brate, he's solid, not great. The Bucs do need to address that. But I've seen a few of these guys play during the season, and those guys are not bad at all. It might not be the wow, it might not be the Kyle Pitts, or the Noah Fant, now the buzz that number 80 had, number 80 that used to play for us, that could play for the Bills. The buzz that Eric Ebron had, but a lot of these guys I've seen play, and they're solid, man. I got a chance to check them out, watching the game, watching it on TV. I watched Texas A&M play, Jalen Watermeyer. I seen the Iowa State tight end, solid. I seen him play on TV. The Ohio State tight end, the UCLA tight end, the Coastal Carolina tight end. I like him. The Washington tight end, I don't know about him. Redshirt senior, kind of old. Trey McBride, what's up? Supply and Demand. King Cook, what's up? Will Call, Jeffrey, what's up? Young Deezy, what's up? What if the Bucs get Trey McBride in the second round or third round? Trey McBride going to the second round. He's definitely going to the second round. He's not going to make it to the third. The end of the second. Isaiah Likely. Bucs getting explosive tight end right there, but we'll see. But tight end is a need that can be addressed in the draft. We'll see what the Bucs do. But anyway, I'm gonna turn it over to you guys. I'm gonna open the locker room up for a little bit, and we're gonna rock out for however long y'all want to rock out. The dude from Maryland. Did I get a chance to check him out play? Oh, the African name, kind of small, short. James, Chigazim Okanawi, whatever his name. Yeah, the Maryland tight end. He got a crazy name. I can't pronounce it, but the locker room is open. If y'all want to rock out, in the locker room for a little bit, the locker room is open. Come through. I think this tight end class is gonna be solid. Not like a crazy good. I think I like Isaiah Likely, man. I don't know why I like that guy. I think he's gonna be solid. I think he's gonna have a heavy impact. That dude can catch and he fast. But the locker room is open. Feel free to come in. I got the doors open. Take the chains off. And I'll keep the locker room open as long as I can. Or not long as I can, but for the next 30 minutes to an hour. So let's get it started, man. Let's get it cracking. You know what I'm saying? On the West Coast. Let's get it cracked, cuz. Get cracking. Don't seize up. Get cracked, cuz. But yeah. So what y'all think about the news that I talked about so far? The Brady restructuring. What you think about signing Dietrich Sinat? What you think about the draft? What you think about the left guard position? What you think about the running back position? What you think about the tight end position? And Jason Light did say this, because Keanu Neal and Logan Ryan are here for 1-year deals. Also, Mike Edwards got 1 year left. Do the Bucs draft a safety? Could the Bucs do it? Let's be real, folks, because next year, Logan Ryan, Keanu Neal, Mike Edwards, Murphy Bunting, Jamel Dean, they all no contract. They need contracts. And we got Antoine Winfield Jr., but you got Keanu Neal and Logan Ryan. Is there a need for safety? No Jordan Whitehead. That's a possibility, right? I'm looking at the safeties right now, and somebody mentioned this in the chat too. Kyle Hamilton, he's sliding down a lot of draft boards based on the news. And Lewis Sign from Georgia. Is Jalen Petrie, Lewis Sign, Jaquan Brisker are moving up. Hamilton ran a very slow 40. And that's pretty bad. Yeah, Hamilton ran a very slow 40. And that's not good. But the tape his tape and his time on the 40 don't match up. And that screams linebacker. That screams linebacker. 6'4", 210 pounds. He can add on some weight. Or strong safety. Definitely not free safety. And that's no knock on Kyle Hamilton, but man, you can't run that slow and expect to be drafted in the top 10. Maybe he might prove people wrong, but that's a very dangerous pick right there in the top 10 if they try to go free for him. And he's falling, folks. He ran a low 4.7. Oh, Kyle Hamilton. What would the Bucks do? What if Kyle Hamilton falls to 27? What do the Bucks do? Should the Bucks draft him? The link is in the description box. Oh, no, sorry. The link is in the chat room if you want to come into the locker room. Kyle Hamilton, if he slides to 27, what should the Bucks do? Because his numbers don't scream first round now. You got linebackers and defensive ends faster than him. And defensive linemen, like Jordan Davis ran a 4.78. Kyle Hamilton ran a low 4.7. That's not good, folks. He tested really bad. Yeah, he got good film, but man, that's not good. He ran between a 4.70 and 4.77. I mean, a 4.74. 4.70 and 4.74. He ran a 4.59 in the 40 at the combine. I don't know how many times he ran that. I guess he was nervous. So I based on his numbers, 4.59 at the combine and then 4.70, 4.74 at the pro day. He's probably a 4.6 guy. 4.6, like mid 4.6s, like 4.63, 4.64, 4.65. But the other three safeties are moving up. They tested better. I wouldn't be surprised one of them going in the first round. That Petrie dude, man. His name, everybody like him. Everybody likes that Petrie guy. Big guy. I mean, he's tall too. Long. All these safeties are like 6 foot and above. The top 5 safeties will be gone before the third round. Over with. Hamilton's not going to fall out of it. He might fall out of the first, but he's not somebody pick him up in the second round. But the top 5 safeties, by the end of the second round, the beginning of the third, they'll be all gone. Hamilton, Daxton Hill, he's solid too. Daxton Hill, versatile piece. And the thing about these other 2 guys, these other 3 guys, or other 4, they're more versatile than Kyle Hamilton. They move faster. They're better. They're faster. Kyle Hamilton got ball skills. He got length. But it screams more of a linebacker to me. Like his testing, his numbers screams linebacker. And somebody said in the chat room, weak side. Get him up to about 225, 230. You remember the guy Isaiah Simmons that was overdrafted from Clemson? But see, Isaiah Simmons ran a 4.38. something like that. Isaiah Simmons is just as fast as Travis Etienne. Go look at Isaiah Simmons, and go look at Kyle Hamilton's physical attributes. 6'4". I think Isaiah Simmons is bigger than Kyle Hamilton and runs faster. Oh, we got somebody in the chat room, in the locker room.
Yo, what up?
Oh, I can't hear you, fam.
You can't hear me? How about now? You can hear me?
Hold on, let me see something.
How about now?
All right, let me see some. Hold on a second. All right, go ahead and talk now.
Yo. You hear me?
Oh.
No?
Try again.
How about now?
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. It might be the earbuds.
All right, let me get myself together. All right, you good now. You good now.
You don't like Hamilton? I like Hamilton.
No, his tape is good. His tape is good. But tape numbers.
I mean, if he dropped all the way to 27 to be a number like projected to go number 2 to Detroit, to drop all the way to 27. I mean,
why not, right? Why not?
Yeah, I mean, his film shows 4 or 5. Like he not
4 or 5,
blazing.
like 4 or 5, 9.
Yeah, his film shows 4 or 5. But like when you watch Notre Dame take how they use him, they had him all over. Like he played all 5 DB spots. I seen him at like middle, like dime linebacker. Like he's a playmaker. So
remember Isaiah Simmons?
He's a different breed. He's the one that went to Clemson, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's nasty. It was like he was so raw and untapped talent and athleticism that they didn't know what to do with him. He got to Arizona, they didn't know what to do with him until they finally got a DC. Was like, look, you can't overcomplicate football, and like if you have a dog like that, he could guard a receiver, he could guard a tight end, he could pass rush. Like it don't matter. Like that's the thing with the NFL. They try to put everybody in a box. And it's like, yo, you got somebody who has raw talent, and then I'll put him wherever. I'll tailor what I do. Like I'll tailor what I do on defense to fit what that person can do or what they can do.
Isaiah Simmons 6'4". Isaiah Simmons is way more. He weighs more than.
But he played linebacker at Clemson. I think he went to Clemson.
Yeah, he went to Clemson. Him and Travis Etienne, they got a tape with him and Travis Etienne racing, and it was like neck and neck.
Yeah, like I mean that's the thing when you got a dog, when you got a player like that, it's like I'm not gonna pigeonhole you into a position. If you notice now, when you look at these high school athletes and stuff that's committing on their chart, it say athlete. It don't say safety, corner, running back. It say athlete. So you can't pigeonhole these players.
So here's the scenario: Kyle Hamilton's on the board, Travis Jones on the board, Logan Hall on the board, possibly. I'm not even gonna count Devontae Wyatt or Jordan Davis, but Hall, Jones,
why might slide?
But Perion Winfrey, they all on the board, and Hamilton's right there with him.
I mean, at that time, you had 27. You got to go for need now. I mean, if you drafting at 27, you have all of them on the board. I say you have to go for the need if you're in that predicament.
That's tough, ain't it? That's a tough call.
That's tough because you can't. I mean, you can't change your board. I mean,
because I'm pretty sure. I'm not saying, but I think Kyle Hamilton on the Bucks board. I think he's probably hot. You know what I'm saying? I think he got to be hot.
Todd Bowles will figure out how to use him if he slides. But
remember, Jason Light said, or was it Todd Bowles? Jason Light, what the fact that they signed Keanu O'Neal, losing Jordan Whitehead, and signing Logan Ryan, would that prevent them from drafting the safety? He was like, no.
No, everything's on the table. Everything on the table.
But these other safeties, though, the other safeties behind him, though, the other safeties behind Kyle Hamilton, those guys tested well, and their tape matches up well.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough spot because
And they'll be available.
I don't know how he was a number 2 safety because I remember when you did the first Buck locker room. I said Hamilton. He was like, "No, he gonna be gone." I'm like, when you watch his film, it's like, dang, I don't like Notre Dame anyway, but it's like, how is he that high? He's rated that high. Might be the hype than Notre Dame hype.
I mean, the more and more you look at the tape with Daxon Hill and Lewis Sign and Jalen Petrie and Jaquan Brisker, those guys, they are like, I think they're going up in the boards, man. They're moving up.
They're way more athletic too.
They tested better. Yeah. And the hot name right now is Jalen Petrie. That's the hot name. Now remember the dude named Javon Holland from Oregon that got drafted by Miami? Yeah. Instant impact. Jalen Petrie is exactly like that.
He's a dog.
If the Bucks get Jalen Petrie, find a way to get him.
I think Wyatt might be there by the time we pick. I read something the other day that they're talking about he has some domestic violence issues.
Yeah, I know. But look, he too good to fall that far, man. Like, I'm just saying. If it was a major issue, yeah, I could see that happening, right? You know, but the dude
he's a baller.
Like you can see it like the minute he get on a team, and don't let him get to a team that got some good D linemen already.
Yeah, Vita Vea just gonna make him better.
Right.
He's 1-on-1. He don't got to worry about getting double teamed. Instant impact.
Yeah, I think the thing about Devontae Wyatt, and I say he's a pure 4-3 3 technique, but he can play in a 3-4. You know what I'm saying? He can play in a 3-4 up and down the line. You can't just, you want to keep him away from double teams in the 3-4.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not, because in the 4-3 it's gonna be hard to double team him. You know what I'm saying? In a 4-3, because he can penetrate one gap, go. But see, in the 3-4, got to be a little bit more disciplined. You can't just rush the quarterback every down. You know what I'm saying? Because your job is for this weak side or strong side. You got to hold up against them pulling guards. That and traps. You know what I'm saying? As a 5 technique, and on pass rushing downs, you can put him at the 0.
Yeah, you can.
Because ain't no guards and centers ain't blocking him.
Nah, they gonna try to double team. They gonna have to figure out if they're gonna double team him or Vita.
Because you could put Vita at the 5 technique and put Wyatt at the 0, and you can put Joe Tryon, right there, like those 3 guys, and then on the outside you got your Barrett and your Devin White or Levante. You know what I'm saying? Like race car package. You know what I'm saying? Like let's go get him.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. They need a tackle. I don't know what this signing, Sanat.
Sanat, he's solid. A good signing.
I remember when he was in Atlanta.
Yeah, he was not bad. Like he was not, he's not like, oh, that's a great, we for 9. Okay, it's solid. It's a depth piece.
Depth piece.
But the thing is, he's younger.
Does that rule out Sue?
I think if the Bucks was to sign Sue, it's going to be like well after the draft, like well after. If I don't,
he want to come back.
I don't. Based on what I'm seeing, the probability of him coming back is not high. They just picked up Sanat.
Yeah, that's why I question it. Because I'm thinking like Sue's coming back. They're just waiting for the draft, everything, make sure the money's right. Because he's not going to play on a veteran minimum. You're going to have to pay Sue at least 5.
No, you see what Calais Campbell got?
That's asinine.
$9 million a year for a 2-year contract. And I know Sue like, well, I mean,
he getting that much. Sue's productive. And he was injured.
Mm-hmm. So I think Sue won't get paid. He all about the finances too.
Yeah, he about his money.
So he ain't taking no $5 million.
No, yeah, He got Warren Buffett on speed dial.
Yeah, he made some tweets about his whole mindset. I was like, oh boy, this dude ain't you ain't finna just
He
throw the $5 million on him, dog. Like,
he's a smart dude.
Now, did you hear about not?
Imagine if we would have had him instead of McCoy.
Man, look, and it was nothing we can do at that draft at that point. I mean,
Yeah.
it was soup. It was like, I mean, McCoy had a productive career.
I ain't like McCoy. I thought it was. You seen when Todd Bowles out there, they shipped him out. Like, nah, bro, you can't play the run. Ever since he left here, his career has been downhill.
Yeah, ever since he left, got hurt. He been hurt twice.
Yeah, I put in. You had a podcast the other day. He up in Oakland, and Frank Okam is their defensive line coach.
Yeah, from Texas. Frank Okam from Texas.
Yep, and he played with us too when they were there. I'm like, that's crazy. So he'll probably get back in the league, probably with Oakland. But
I think he still got some tread on the tires.
Not no 3-4.
Oh hell no!
Sue proved that McCoy, yeah, he couldn't. He wasn't
a dog
in a 3-4.
He wasn't a dog.
No, that's exactly what it is. He's not a dog. He pass rush. Oh, he getting 9 sacks. Did he ever have 10 sacks? I don't think he ever had 10 sacks.
Oh, look it up. I'm looking up, bro. I'm looking up right now.
Nah,
I think one time maybe.
Probably had 9.
I
don't think he ever had double-digit sacks in Tampa.
Let's see. So let's see. We're gonna break this down. Okay, let's see. No, he's never had 10 sacks.
See, I knew he. In the year when we had Michael Bennett, that's the year he was supposed to eat, and he. Man, I ain't gonna say the man was garbage, but he wasn't a dog. You need some dogs at these tackle positions. So I'm hoping we get White. If not,
White is my guy. White, Devontae White is the guy I'm targeting. Like, hopefully, if he falls to 27, great. Take him. But if not, there's some other options, and I talked about this. There's some other good options out there. Like Travis Jones.
Yeah.
Chris Jones.
They should trade back.
Chris Jones clone, man. Like, the more and more I watch Travis Jones, man, Chris Jones, man, I see it. Like, this 6'4", 320, 325, strong as a hell, strong as an ox. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take him about a year, to kind of get, but he's already NFL strong. He's already he gonna mash. He coming in mashing. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
Logan Hall. Perion Winfrey is my second favorite. Winfrey's my second. Perion Winfrey's my second. Perion Winfrey's my second favorite. After watching tape on him, because I had Travis Jones at number 2, but then Perion Winfrey from Oklahoma. The more and more I watched him on tape, I moved him in front of Travis Jones.
It's gonna be an interesting draft because there's not a lot of like lock-ins. Like, oh, he's first round talent. You got to get him. Or only thing, there's gonna be a lot of trades.
You don't think so? I think so. I think it's gonna be a few of them things, especially with the teams with multiple picks. With the multiple picks,
I think they're gonna trade. I think those are the ones that are gonna trade because they can sacrifice.
Kansas City. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think the Eagles. maybe the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? The people with multiple picks that can move around from next year to to this year. You know what I'm saying? I just believe that those teams are going to they're going to maneuver around, especially like the Chiefs. They might trade if they go get the receiver.
They might. I think they're gonna maneuver their draft where they're getting rid of picks and moving up to get like style
players. Yeah,
receiver like day one starters.
Right, like right now.
Have all these picks. They might end up with like 6 picks total because they got rid of all their picks to get up in the board.
I think they got like 11 or 12 total.
Yeah, it's a lot. I know it's more than 10.
Yeah, they don't need to keep those picks, man. They don't need to keep those picks, man. They'll go up there. They're gonna try to go get Chris Olave or Garrett Wilson. You know what I'm saying? They might draft 2 receivers. Because you know what though? The Devontae Adams and the Stephon Diggs and the Tyreek Hill contract and the Christian Kirk contract, you know, now these guys want to get paid. Debo Samuels want to get paid. AJ Brown want to get paid. Metcalf want to, like, teams are like, you see this draft? This month D. I don't need to pay you $25 million.
Devontae messed up the market.
Dog, mess it up, bro.
Devontae messed it up for everybody. Well, he ain't messed it up for everybody.
No, I'm not. Yeah,
these dudes getting their money.
Right.
He messed up GM's plan. Like it's hard to build a solid team when you got a receiver taking up quarterback money. Like, I don't care how much the cap goes up every year. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. 25 million. Debo want 25.
I won't pay Debo that much.
Mm-mm.
He's hurt a lot. He's hurt. He's a great player though. You can do a lot with him, but
the market for receivers need to be reset. It needs to be reset, man. It's getting ridiculous. And it's like, how do you build a team? How do you build a team with that?
You got to draft good.
What?
To draft very well.
This is why I think, if teams like the Seattle Seahawks, the 49ers, or the Titans, if you can trade these receivers and get picks, go ahead. Go ahead. Because the receiver class is deep.
Remember, they draft very well.
Which one you rather do? Pay Debo $25 million for the next 2 or 3 years, or draft a rookie receiver on a rookie contract for the next 4 or 5 years?
If I was San Fran, I'll pay Debo because you don't know what you got with Lance or Garoppolo. You don't know what you're gonna have. So they might be in the quarterback market again. So at least you solidify your weapons.
Yeah, but $25 million to Debo Samuels? Well, now I will say so. Trey Lance is on a rookie contract.
Exactly. Debo wants 25. How much is Devontae? Ain't Devontae like pushing 30?
Almost 30. Hopkins up there too.
20. How much Godwin getting a year?
Like 20.
20?
Hey, what if I'm looking at right now?
And Christian and Kirk getting 20 something a year. I'll pay. I mean, they could sacrifice. I ain't gonna say the word sacrifice, but they can pay him 25.
If they get rid of Garoppolo, that'll free up like 20, like 7, like something like that. A lot of money too. So okay, so Tyreek Hill.
You gotta think though. He coming to the table like, yo, look at how y'all using me. Y'all using me as a running back.
Nope, he did say this though. He don't want to do that no more. He came out and said that. He said he don't want to be used as a running back no more.
Is it because it's affecting his money or his longevity?
Body, you got to think, like, man, I can't be taking any hits as a receiver, man. Like,
remember when we had him on the team this past year and we cut him. The boy from Pittsburgh, what's his name?
Le'Veon Bell.
Remember when Le'Veon Bell was talking? It was time for him to talk money, and he left, and it was like, yo, I'm a running back, but you guys use me in the receiving. I'm like, I could either ask for receiver money or running back money, and I was like, they should have paid him. Because not everybody could do that. Like, you don't have to come off the field.
Bell had hands. He had hands. He could block.
He's a problem.
So okay,
pigeonhole him into a running back.
So the receivers, the average earnings per year is just average based on the contract. Tyreek at 30, Adams at 28, Hopkins at 27, Stephon Diggs at 24, DJ Moore at 20, Keenan Allen at 20, Mike Williams at 20. Amari Cooper at 20, Chris Godwin at 20, Brandon Cooks at 19, Michael Thomas at 19, Christian Kirk at 18, Kenny Golladay at 18, Mike Evans at 16.
20 is the 20 between 20 and 22. That should be the cap for the receiver market. Because Tyreek Hill, I don't think he gonna put up numbers in Miami.
They got a pea shooter at quarterback.
I don't think he's gonna put up them type of numbers.
It don't add up. The quarterback and the receivers like Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill and Mike Gesicki, that don't even add up. Like Tua don't even fit that whole. He don't fit that.
And Tyreek Hill is, I don't know, man. He's a tweener, bro. Like he ain't no number one receiver. He's a problem.
You know, so crazy. When I look at the ages of the top 4 guys, look at this: Tyreek at 28, Adams at 30, Hopkins at 30, Stephon Diggs at 29, Keenan Allen 30, Mike Williams 28, Amari Cooper 28.
Amari Cooper still in his 20s?
Mm-hmm.
God. Mike still. How old is Mike?
Mike Evans? Mike Evans 29.
He like 20, 29? Okay. Because he ain't 20. It's right?
Oh, I think you're breaking up.
It's Evans last year.
Who?
Oh, Mike Evans. This is last year?
No, he's still got a couple years left. So these guys that got paid now, this is their last contract.
Yeah. I think Williams gonna get another deal. If he plays well.
Godwin can get another deal. DJ Moore can get another deal. These guys, I didn't even know they're that old as far as football wise. Cooper Kupp 29.
Yeah. Wow. Cooper Kupp and Mike Evans the same age.
Cooper Kupp is 29. Crazy. 29 years old, dog. Tyler Lockett is 30.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen is 32.
Thielen played like 4 years in college. Yeah, he old. Thielen old. He played like 4 or 5 years in college. You think Julio gonna come to Tampa?
I
don't know if it'll work. I don't know if it'll work.
I say,
we got Mike Evans.
I think you're looking at the Colts. They're going where the money at, man.
To go back with Matt Ryan?
Going back where the money at. The Colts got a lot of cap space.
He gonna team
Stephon Diggs,
go with Matt Ryan. That makes
Stephon Gilmore went over there to the Colts. He said, I felt like it was the right decision. No, they just paid you the most money.
Yeah, that's smart. He already got a ring. He already got a ring in New England. He only got a couple years left. He about to be injured out the league. His body breaking down. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, but I don't know about the Julio thing. Man.
But I'm about to hit it though. Last thing I will add is for this draft is D lineman, and I think they gonna have to stock up on secondary. Cause like you said, Dean is gone, SMB is gonna be gone, Edwards gonna be gone. You can't have enough DBs. Yeah.
Ryan,
you can't have more.
All got 1 year left, dog. All those guys. That's why I said like that safety situation, man. Like, don't be surprised.
You see what happened to the defense when they got hurt. First game, Murphy Bunt got hurt. Dean concussion. Davis hurt. Like our secondary was killing us last year based on the injuries. All them boys got hurt. Every starting corner got hurt.
And if it affected the numbers because if you look at the completions and attempts, it was like 32nd and 31st or something like that in those categories. Like, golly, like,
yeah,
that's why I be telling people, man, don't get too hyped up. Oh yeah, man, we start. No, man, like, no, man.
Anyways, Isaiah, appreciate what you do, bro.
No problem, man. Chopping it up on Friday in the locker room, man. Salute to you too. Yeah, have a good weekend, man. Yeah, folks, as we get to the hour mark of the locker room, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. You know, I didn't not too many showing up today. I know y'all just getting off work, but I had to do it early. I had to. So look, Brady restructured the contract, freed up $9 million for whoever, Gronkowski, Sue, draft picks, possibility of drafting a guard, a tight end, or a safety is right there. There's some solid safety prospects, especially the top 5 guys. The guards, they look pretty decent in the 3rd round. You can grab one in the 3rd round, maybe, running backs option is there as well, 2nd or 3rd round, or later than that. So the Bucs have options outside the 1st round. The 1st round got to be defensive lineman, right? But the 2nd round and the 3rd round and the 4th, some options. It depends on how the Bucs want to attack it. But as long as they get a D lineman in the 1st round, I'm good with that. But I'm looking at the safeties, man. Daxton Hill, Lewis Sine, Jalen Petrie, and Jaquan Brisker. I like those guys. And even that cornerback. The more and more I start looking at it, like, man, like, I wouldn't be mad. Those safeties are good, man. As far as cornerback, you got Trent McDuffie, Andrew Booth Jr., Roger McCreary, Kyrie Elam, Kyler Gordon, Tariq Woodland, Kobe Bryant, Mark Emerson, Marcus Jones, Josh Joby. I mean, a lot of cornerbacks, man. De'Arian Kendrick, Kalen Barnes. Like the Bucs got some options, man. It's not like they stuck after the 1st round. After the 1st round, the Bucs got a lot of options. They do. They can go however they want to do it. They can go running back, they can go tight end, they can go guard, they can go safety, but most importantly, the 1st round got to be D lineman. And y'all know it. But I can't wait to do a mock draft. I'm definitely gonna do a mock draft. But with that being said, shouts out to all the Powers and Sea Bandits. Thank you for joining this edition of Locker Room Talk on Friday. I hope y'all enjoy y'all weekend. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to everybody out there too. Next week, folks, mock draft. Don't miss that mock draft party. We're gonna do that next week. I'll set the timer too and everything. So I hope y'all enjoy y'all weekend. With that being said, subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos, and don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on the channel. Fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag. Hashtag probability versus possibility. Hashtag build the trenches. Hashtag facts over feelings. Hashtag what does your eyes tell you? When it comes to the draft. So I'm looking forward to it. Stay tuned for the mock draft next week. You don't want to miss that. That's going to be fun. Like a mini preview. But other than that, Bucco Locker is out. I'll see y'all next week. Deuces.